Alright guys, so what's cool about this is it's going to record our audio, so you can see that there's actually levels there, right? So I'm going to leave this in a spot where it's going to record all the audio. So there's actually levels here that you can see, so you want to try yelling into it. Hello! So you see how the bars get bigger? Hello! Hello! You want to yell into it?
Hi.
Hello! You want to yell into it? You want to yell? All right. So the
Taiwan from last year would have wanted to yell.
yeah, the whole point of this is we're just
Taiwan from last year. Go ahead. Who was Taiwan?
all right. So I'm actually increasing the sensitivity on the microphone just because we want to make sure that we're able to hear what we're saying later on. So now if we talk into it, you see how the bars are getting higher? Hello! And we can actually overload it. Hello! 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 All right, so I think that's actually a good level right now. I think that's a good level. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, Johnny.
So the reason why I'm doing this is because when you're so I'm gonna do multiple things today, okay guys? So this is what we're gonna do. First, we're gonna do some introductions so we know each other. Then we're gonna build the electric bike, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to build the electric bike. Then we're gonna do a test ride of the electric bike, make sure it works, right? Next, we're going to stop the video because we're gonna go into the next portion of it, which is gonna be a music production. So I brought some ukuleles, I brought some shakers, I brought some tambourines. Then we're gonna go into a music section of it. And actually, I'm gonna bring in some guest musicians into at 4 o'clock. So that's in about 1 hour. So we have very little time. We have to work very quickly. So
what time is it? I do not know how to play. No, what time do it?
It's 3 o'clock right now. So that means we have 1 hour to finish building this electric bike. Because then from 4 to 5, we're gonna do a music portion where we're gonna learn to record music together. So I brought my laptop, I brought this recorder, and we're going to record some music together. And then we're also going to learn how to do video editing. So has anyone never posted anything to TikTok or Vine or anything like that?
Yep.
So we're gonna do that in class. We're going to try and record some music, record some video. That's what this here is for. Sorry, turn it here. So we're going to be recording some video as well, and we're going to use the computer to edit it. So that's why being able to look at the sound and being able to look at the video is actually really important. So I'm not just doing random things. I have this whole thing planned out in my head. So you guys have any questions about the plan for today?
Nope.
You guys excited? Okay, so my name is Peter. You guys know Sarah, right? She does the G-Rock after-school tutoring program, which I've gone to. Do you guys still do that?
I've never been one.
Okay.
Since, yeah.
Are you guys part of the G-Rock program?
I don't know, yeah.
Okay. What's your name?
1, 2, George.
George? Okay. Do you know what your name means, George? So there's a guy named Curious George, and have you heard Curious George before?
Curious.
Yeah, so maybe you're going to be very curious to learn about what we're going to do today. What's your name? Taiwan. What's really interesting is I actually saw your name Taiwan for BYKE. It's I don't know if you remember signing up for that organization, but they do bikes. They teach you how to build bikes, right? Do you remember signing up for that? I saw your name on there, so maybe your mom signed you up. Well, do you know what your name means? Has your mom or dad ever told you what it means? Well, I think it's a really cool name. It's actually the name of a country. And so it's like you represent, Taiwan is independent from China, so your name kind of represents being independent. So maybe you'll be like a free spirit.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're a free spirit?
No.
No?
You feel like you do what you want? No. No? No.
Yeah. And Taiwan is also an island, so a lot of people from islands are really laid back and relaxed. So you think you're like that?
No.
All right, that's all right. So George, Taiwan, and what's your name?
Christian.
Christian? Nice. Well, do you know what your name means?
No.
Well, your name actually means Christ, right? Christian. So it's kind of like Christian, which I think is a really cool name. What's your name? Tayana. Do you know your name, Tayana? No? All right, well, let's get started. So my name is Peter, and my name means rock. So I like climbing rocks. That's one of my hobbies. So if you guys want to learn to climb rocks, I can teach you how to climb rocks.
You talking about rock climbing?
Yeah, I climb rocks. Yeah.
Real rocks?
Real rocks, yeah. I go outside and I climb rocks. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that.
We can do that some other time, but for now, we're gonna get to the bike building portion. All right, guys. Here we go. So this is it's hard to let me just put this up here. Or well, that might not be a good idea. So let me angle this downward. All right. So this is can anybody think about where I order this from?
Walmart?
I got it from eBay. You guys ever go on eBay before? So eBay is where you can order a lot of parts from the suppliers. So a lot of the suppliers are in China. So you guys know where this electric bike kit was made?
China.
Yeah, it's made in China. That's correct. So can anybody guess how much this costs? How much you guys think it costs? Close? Anybody other guesses? 80 something?
130?
130? What do you think, Taiwan?
135?
135? You're the closest. So this actually costs $150. So you guys are all pretty close. So why don't you pass that around? So that's the motor. It's kind of heavy. Be careful. All right, we got. We got this. Oh. All right, we got that. We got that. I'm just showing you guys all the parts. It was in my car. Yeah, careful. Don't hurt yourself. So you guys can leave the parts on the table. All right, so that's all the parts we need. All right. So let's go look at the parts. So how about you guys all take a part and you guess what it does? All right. What do you think that is? Inner tube, right? That's correct. What do you think that is? Yeah.
What you call this again?
Yeah. What do you call that? Does it? Close. It's a throttle. So you know on a motorcycle or a dirt bike, you ever see the throttles? So we're gonna use that for the, yeah, so when you twist it, the bike is gonna go. So the first thing we need to do is we need to put, so you notice that, what's the difference between that wheel and that wheel? It got wires on it. Anything else?
I think it's heavier.
It's heavier, yeah. It's electric, yeah. And another thing that we have to do is it's missing the tire and the tube. So the first thing we're gonna have to do is put the tire on the tube, and you guys are gonna help me do that.
Yeah, put this inside.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put that on side. So the first thing is we're gonna need this. You guys know what this is?
A rubber band.
Yeah, it's a really big rubber band, and what it does is it protects the tube. So why don't someone try to put it on?
Can I do it?
Yeah. So you guys can do a team effort, and you want to wrap the rubber band around the wheel.
Ain't this for a little whole part?
We might have to take a break on our snacks. We'll come back to that.
All right, we're gonna need to cut this with scissors.
My burn too.
Good job. So one thing is, yeah, we have to line the thing up with the hole. So then, all right. So the next thing we have to do is we're gonna take the tube, and there's actually a technique. So what you want to do is you wanna help me. You wanna put it on the inside. Yeah.
You gotta find the hole, right?
There, yeah, the hole's on the other side. So put it in. Yeah.
Why you put it in like that?
So the thing is it's
It's different than a ball bike.
this is a regular bike. So it's hard to put it in a tube, right? So what you want to do is too floppy, right? So you want to put some air into it. So now we're gonna put some air into it. You can hold on to this. Yeah, we're gonna pump some air into it. Or who wants to pump?
Me?
Right. So we're gonna put some air into it.
We're just gonna do a little for now.
All right. Put some air in. Keep going. I'll tell you when to stop. Keep going. 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 All right. Stop. So now it's not so floppy anymore. So now we can push it inside now. So now we're gonna try to get it onto here. So we have to line it up with the hole. I think it's over here. Yeah.
Have you built a bike before, Tom? Yeah.
I'm used to it. You gotta do these for regular bike, but sometimes that thing is crazy. I got a flip.
That's instructions. You can read the instructions if you want.
Want it?
All right, so you got it. So the next thing we want to do is we can pull this through a little bit, kind of push on it a little bit like that. All right. And the next thing, so you guys can come around and help. So we want to try and mount it. So we'll try and pull.
Oh, this is the controller thing. I got it right.
Yeah. So we want to try and push it on the inside. So
Oh, inside.
yeah, on the inside of it. Yeah. So we're gonna have to pull a little bit. Sometimes you have to
So put this part on the inside of the.
pull it.
Hello.
It can be a little tricky to get it. All right, so we got one side, right?
job.
And the next thing you do is gonna get the other side. So, and,
Oh my god!
yeah. So help me pull it on. It can be a little hard sometimes.
For real. The bottom.
So we can do the very edge.
You're gonna be into the dancing part, huh? Would you say?
Yeah.
Well, she dance like you.
the end can be-
I don't dance like that. Let me see.
You need strong fingers here. Yep, you're getting it.
I'm not. She really tried.
Almost there. Almost there.
I get you think this
There. All right. You gotta be real strong sometimes. All right, we got it. We got it. All right. So next thing we want to do is we want to put. Now we.
Put some more air in it.
Who wants to put more air in the tire? All right. So everyone can have a chance to put some air in.
You got it, sir.
All right. Put some air in there.
Sir. Yeah. Oh, you call it stir. I'm
No.
stir.
You feel like getting more air?
Yeah.
Who wants to put air in the tire too?
Me.
All right. Let's go.
Beauty. I still did.
If you want, you can say hi to the camera.
Did it get anywhere? Alright, now it's hard.
Good now?
You good? I think we need a little bit more air.
Nah, that's good right there. They gonna pop. That's enough.
Go a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some hand sanitizer on my hand. I hate some hot Cheetos.
All right, that's good. That's good. All right, guys. You ready for the next step?
Yeah.
So here's actually an instruction. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the wheel. So you see how they turn the bike upside down like that? So we're gonna want someone. You guys do a team effort and turn the bike upside down. Yeah, team effort, guys.
You gotta flip it on the seat.
All right. So what we're gonna do now? Yep, 2 different tires. So I'm trying to get it in the video. All right. So what we're gonna do now is, so you can bring the wheel over here.
Hold on. George, why you shaking?
I'm nervous.
What you nervous about?
It's the girl gonna follow my toe.
I got it. Let it go.
I got it. We both got it. It's teamwork.
So what we're gonna do is you guys can hold it up. You guys want to come in and look at it. So you see how there's things here. So you need to spread it out like that.
Bring your chair with you, Miss Tiger.
All right. So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna tighten it right now.
It's supposed to be like that.
Also, one thing that we're gonna have to do is we actually need to rotate it. So right now, see how there's this little thing here? So that needs to line up like that. So you see how it goes in the slot like that? This side, we need to do the same thing, so we want it to line up. So I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna rotate it so it lines up with the slot. Take it out, put it back on. You guys see what I'm lining up? Does anybody want to hold the microphone so you guys can bring it a little closer so that you can kind of explain what's going on. So you can see how now we're recording stuff right now, right? So
That thing never go down.
all right. So the next thing we're gonna need is we're gonna need the wrench. So you remember where the wrench is?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Most of the time we've had our lives in a long time.
Yes.
All right. So we got the big wrench. So who wants to tighten it?
Me.
All right, here. Hold
Wait, how am I
this.
supposed to do it?
Tighten it up.
Yo, I don't know how to do it. Come on, Taiwan. That's the next segment. I don't know what I'm doing.
So you adjust it.
Oh.
It's called an adjustable wrench.
Well,
I'm too small for that.
ooh, you're not strong. Okay, George, yeah, you very strong.
Let me try.
You probably got to put it on there first and then adjust it.
Yeah, that's it.
You're just laughing because you really want it secretly inside.
Huh?
You actually like that.
No, I don't.
Is it too big? Does it go any tighter?
No, it's too big.
So all of us want to take turns riding it?
Yep. Afterwards.
How many times
I thought we were gonna
The what?
How many times we get riding those keep cars?
Get,
Wait,
get
we can
5?
build another one.
It's probably going to take a long time.
All right.
You brought a car?
I did bring a car.
He did.
Tell you this
A
one.
few seconds ago,
Yep.
he said all of this was in his car.
That's the other side.
You good there?
She's getting there.
Here he's saying that my husband is something. And that's myself.
Feel tight? All right. So let's do the other side too.
Ew.
we good?
That's how you put that.
All right, let me just double check it.
Probably just gonna cut that part out. When he just put his face in the camera, that cool.
Okay, what your name is. When I get back in the house, I'm gonna get some more hours.
When I get back in the house, I'm going to sleep. Just like to tell you.
When I get back in the house, I'm outside. I probably try to make
Yeah,
my own
well,
electric bike.
What's happening?
I was a bit active.
All right, guys. We're gonna move on to the next step. So what do you guys think the next step is?
Guitar, the white one.
So we're actually gonna install the throttle. So let's flip the bike back over.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
We need a team here.
We're gonna flip.
So it's
All right. So does somebody want to grab the throttle?
who's holding? It's the wood.
Uh-oh, we got a spill.
So good.
So who's, I said,
Who's
here's
that?
yours.
You can time all work together and clean that up.
All right, so we're gonna put the throttle on. So there's a screw. There's a screw right there. So we're gonna screw it in.
I'm not just. I put shoes.
I got it.
Think you got it.
You got it? That one doesn't fit, so I got another one.
When you're done, just use these to make sure it doesn't get sticky.
Yeah, that one's right. Tighten it there.
Once you use your
Twist
foot.
it to the right.
Underneath your left foot, come on, your foot first.
Hey, Dave.
That's good.
Who was stuck in there?
Alright, I think it's good. As long as it gets stuck.
Stuck in there?
Alright, so does that feel like a good throttle now? Alright, so let's go. Hey, what's up? Currently in progress right now. These are friends from church.
She said you should shoot.
Alright, so you guys want to see the next step? So we got the throttle. So the next step, we're going to skip these.
We can write this in. Or we can put the other part in there.
What?
The little controller.
Yeah, we're going to put the controller. So what we need to do is we need to find a place to put the controller. So we can grab the controller in a bag. Yeah. So where do you think this should go?
I think this should go in the front.
On the front?
Like right here. Yeah.
Maybe see if it'll fit here. It's probably too.
But this is supposed to go in there.
That's gonna go in there, yeah. So why don't we put that into the bag? Yes. Oh, it's gonna go. This is the throttle. So let's do some introductions. So who are you guys are just coming in to help?
Hi, I'm Jamie.
I'm Josh, and we're siblings.
Yeah, we're my sister. I think Peter has to do some music stuff with you guys later, so.
Yep.
But yeah, but for now, I guess you guys are finishing up the bike.
Yep. So in 40 minutes we'll be done, and we'll start the music event at 4.
Yeah.
All right, so put there. Yeah, you can join us in building the
My brother somehow.
So, I mean, like, you guys already have
My brother
or like, was there anything
You guys got it?
This one best. I think you could have made the wrong way.
I'm good.
Yeah, we're gonna do some solder in here. So where did you guys figure it out? It's gonna go.
Right here, but it needs a spread.
You can put it where? Up there. Is it gonna fit here or is it too big?
So what time
Right here? It's not gonna be
It's gonna be over at 5.
You should put it down.
Oh, next album?
No, I think it'll fit like that. So how about we'll put it there? So one thing you'll notice is, so you see how there's a connector right here? And there's also a connector right here, right? So what we need to do is we need to connect the battery to the controller. But if you'll notice, it doesn't fit, right? So we need to connect this to here. And we need to connect, but this is actually really dangerous. So let me. So this one actually doesn't fit. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to make a modification, okay, guys? So do you know how we're gonna make the modification? So did you guys see what happened? So this right here, it needs to plug into this, but it doesn't fit, right? So let me explain what we're gonna have to do. So we're gonna have to take. So this part's really dangerous, so you guys can just have to watch, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this connector here, and we're gonna put it on like that. Because when it's like that, when I take this, so you see how this can plug into here, like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace the ones here with this one. Does that make sense? So this is something that I'm gonna do because I don't want you guys to get hurt. So we're gonna get some tools.
No, good.
Yes, it is.
All right, so the first thing, I'm gonna actually go do this towards the camera so you guys can gather around and watch. So the first thing we need to do is we need to cut off these connectors. All right, so I'm gonna cut off the connectors. So there goes connectors, and then I need to take off the wiring.
That's a wire cutter.
Yep, this is a wire cutter.
Not nothing.
Boom. All right, so you see how there's an exposure like that? So we're gonna do the other side too. All right, so now it's like that. So who wants to hold this? So the next thing we need to do is we need to do the same thing to the other one. So it's the same thing we're gonna do. Here, safe right now. So we're gonna do that. All right. Okay. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do some soldering. So what we need to do is we're gonna.
You want to bring your soldering station over where Tiana's sitting?
So I'll bring the camera over to where the soldering station is. So let's carefully transfer this over. Maybe this is a bad idea. I don't know. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this. We're gonna take this. All right. This is the dangerous part, guys. So you can gather around, but be careful. So you take these guys. Nope. Safety fun first, safety second. All right. All right. So we're gonna take this thing right here. Let's see if we can get this. All right, so right here we have this is the controller side, this is the battery side, and we have this is actually called a third arm because it's gonna hold it together like with arms. This is called flux. So this is gonna, you guys know what the word flux means? So flux means flow. So this is gonna help the solder flow. So the metal is gonna start flowing, right? So I'm gonna take this. If you look closely, I'm gonna put a few drops here.
Oh, since you did that, oh.
Yeah. So this right here, this is called solder. And this is actually gonna, this is like metal that can melt. So what it's gonna do is gonna make a connection for us. All right, so this is the dangerous part. So this is where we don't want anyone to get burned. So you guys can come close, but all right. So you see how it's melting the metal? It's melting the metal.
I thought it was on fire.
I look okay.
Alrighty, so you guys can look up close now. So if you'll notice, all the metal like melted and it surrounded it, right? Alright, so we did the red side, so now we're gonna do the black side. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take this. Yeah, this is quite dangerous.
Dangerous.
So we got the same thing. So we connect it like that. We take the flux and put it on there.
Wait, what's your YouTube channel name?
My YouTube channel is WBETET. So we're gonna make this. I can send you guys a YouTube link after this, so you guys can share it with your friends to show how you guys built an electric bike together. So we're gonna do the same thing.
So what you want to send it to my mom?
If your mom wants it, we can send it to her.
Yeah, she's gonna like it.
All right, so we're gonna do the same thing.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's very hot. This is currently 500 degrees, so if you touch it, you'll get burned.
So it look like a little thing went through your hand.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't want to touch it.
All right, so that looks pretty good. All right, so you guys want to take a look at it? All right, so the next thing we want to do is, so the thing about wires is you don't want it to be exposed, because if the wires are exposed, you can get electrocuted. So we're gonna use this tape. So we're gonna cover it up right now. So I'm gonna take this piece of tape. I'm gonna roll it up like this. Roll it up. Cover it up. Yeah, because if you don't